Welcome back to our Let's Play of Vampyr. When we last left off, I was finishing up uh, the blackmail in Whitechapel plot. First, though, I did notice this on my way back to the cemetery. Not sure how I missed it. Lots of dead people. No, I don't want you. Where am I going? I'm going this way.
Don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for pieces.
This one right here.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can...
Hello, young man. It's me again. May I come in?
I told you before. I don't think my father would agree with that.
So I can mesmerize this guy now.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then. Okay then. Come on in.
I think this is Joe's,
I'm Harry, by the way.
quote-unquote, son.
Dreams are soaked with glue.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Depressing person.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
What an incredibly depressing person. Alright, I'm gonna rob him, as you do. And then head to the,
It's locked, all right.
probably get the key if I kill a job refusal letter. Alright, so they won't hire him because of his past with the Wet Boot Boys. Professional vampire hunters. Alright, let's go talk to Joe really quick. God, this music is depressing.
Is there only pain?
Hey, Joe.
You again? What do you want this time?
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now, and people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Okay. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Hey, he's gonna go back to bullying him. No? Anything for Harry here?
You never... What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
But despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Cool.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Okay.
Hard to believe.
So, uh, so I tried to get to her, but I couldn't get through the front door. As weird as that might sound.
District has always been
I'm gonna try again. See if anything changed upon the,
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
No, thank you. Excuse me? Yeah, going the right way. I'm gonna try again, see if anything upon the reload of the game changed it. I doubt it, but okay, just follow this road. Didn't mean to do that. Nope, front gate is still locked. Don't know why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back to the hospital. Really wish I could fast travel here or something. And see if I see about going this back way in. Oh, where did you guys come from? Alright, it's time to leave. I actually don't want to fight you guys. Alright. Faster if I went down this road. I mean, I could have fought them and gotten the measly amount of experience points that I would have gotten for them, but... I'm playing this on my PS5 now, and I must say, things are running about a bit smoother than they were before. Can I go through that gate?
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Oh, didn't I already do this one? Am I going to be ambushed again? Yeah, no. I already did this one. Alright, straight ahead. Straight-ish ahead. Alright. If I take this and then take a left.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Excuse me, fellas. Ow. Thank you, fellas.
Better go home. Get mine!
Alright. Wait, did you not hear any of that? That hurts. Alright, I can get in through here. Good. Which would have been a lot faster way than going all the way around, so I wish I had done it sooner. Where you going? There you are.
Are you all right, Miss Shaw?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoshun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
You should not be by yourself. Grief can be a terrible trial, and it's even worse when you're alone.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, To have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
To be honest, I don't know. Please forgive me if I've upset you. We must all honor our departed loved ones in our own way.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Good. I was able to get her to go home.
Matthew, the world has gone completely mad.
Alright. Now we need to find some place to go that doesn't have such depressing music. Those are all done. No investigations are here yet. Those are all done. Still need to do this one. I think I'll head back to the docks. See if I can't get into the locations I couldn't get into before. I couldn't get into that one woman's house because I didn't have the high enough mesmerized level. I want to see if I can now.
Sorry, sir. No admittance.
Right, I don't care. At least that guy's polite about it. Not entirely sure how I get new medicines unlocked. I have to look into that. Because I need to cure people of their migraines and their headaches. But I don't have the medicines for those.
Go over there! There's one of them birdies!
I don't know why, but for some reason I can't move for a few seconds after I've opened my map.
Steady, boys!
Alright. I need to find that one guy.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first. This is despicable.
Yeah, well, I need the blood. Alright, it was around here somewhere. One of these houses. This one?
Good evening, madam. It's Dr. Reed again. May I come in?
You best come back in the morning, Doctor.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Alright.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
First, I'm gonna loot your place.
Best grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts.
It's locked.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter, and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I understand your pain, but you cannot mother him forever.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child. And he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
Science has only just begun to investigate the mysteries of the human mind. Currently, we have more assumptions than fact.
There ain't no hope, then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Oh, that was depressing as all else.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
Alright, so I'm going to continue to check the docks. Because I still need to find this person and this person. Till then, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day and take care.